Well, I wanted to say hello, everybody. What we're trying to do is put together something that is supposed to be, I guess, right. But then you ask yourself, how do you make it right? Like, what goes into making it right? Do you need people to make it right? Or do you need the information to make it right? Or do you just need God to make it right? So, what I've realized is that out of all the things that can be done, if God is not in it, who wants to do it? I mean, well, that's kind of hard to ask in today's world because if God is not in it, there are a group of people that would love to be in it because they don't like to have to talk about God. They don't like to have to think about God. They actually don't think about God until it's like the day of the funeral, and all of a sudden now this is like the scariest thing in the world. So, what we gonna do for our 40 days, or I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do for my 40 days, but hopefully you'll catch on to it, you'll get into it, and then you'll actually be able to share it with other people, is that you can be as simple as possible, as complicated as you need to be, as complex as you want to be. But really, all God wants you to do is lean in, get a little bit closer, find out what it is that He has for you in this life. I do know that whatever it is that He has for you, He has for me, He has for somebody else, and He has for them over there, the ones that we know nothing about. But I do know that for a fact that He has that. And what we as the people then need to do is find that love, find that empathy, find the way that you can stand next to someone that you don't know. Stand next to someone that believes different than you. Stand next to someone who looks different from you, lives different, and still be able to be together. That's what the goal is. That's what we're working on. So for our 40 days, what we're going to do is each day it's like we're going to do something different. Why are we going to do something different? I believe that when you do different things, it allows you to not live so, in your box. I heard a good message this morning from my pastor, and it was like, well, don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a box because there is no telling what I can do. Because through Christ, you can do all things. So don't do it like that. Don't tell me what I can do, or please, God, really, don't tell me what I can't do. That's the one. Don't tell me what I can't do because now I got to do it just to make sure that you understand that you don't control nothing over here. But, so for the 40, this is really for me to come on and actually say something because I know there's people out there. I know that what we need to do, it can't just happen in my little area of the world, even though I believe that Philadelphia is a place where God is going to do some major work, like major reconstruction work. That is going to become the nucleus of a whole lot of different things that is going to happen in this world. And I just say that this is the 40-day fast, Lenten 40-day fast. My church does like a Daniel fast, so they usually do a Daniel fast. This year, my pastor's getting a little deep on people because he's not going to say it ain't about what you eating and all this other kind of stuff, but it's about what you're doing. What are you leaning into for God you to understand God a little bit better and Him to come in your life and actually show and work purpose in your life? It happens in you giving up something. Not only am I giving up something, but what I'm trying to do is I'm gaining this because we're going to do this in between. I don't know what time. I want to say that we give ourselves 2 to 3 o'clock, somewhere in between the 2 to 3 o'clock hour. I will be coming on and I will be saying something. So if you have the ability to like, subscribe, and share, then I would say like, subscribe, and share with anyone that you think is willing to stand in line with other people that are not like ourselves, but working towards the common goal. And that is to exist together, to breathe together, to love each other as ourselves and as we would love on our neighbors, you know. So that's who it becomes. It becomes your neighbors. So if you're out there and you are listening, it's the first time you've ever heard me, you've never seen me before. I am Adrienne Allen. A lot of people call me Misunderstood Adrienne. Not the misunderstood that you're thinking, but before you understand anything else about something, you might want to run it across me, because we hear different things, see different things, and then we ask God what it is that He's actually trying to say. So come on and join the march. The call is on your march, get set, go. And I do say march because it's not an individual race. That's why when we said on your marks, that was like your mark. You get on your mark, and then when you're ready. So it's not mark, but it's march. On your march, get set, go, so that we can go and do what it is that God has called us to do. So even within these 40 days, I'm going to get the whole video and everything, and how you do, what you do, and everything else together too. But other than that, see y'all later. See you tomorrow.